Hodgkins here from West Meadow Farm in Bradford, New Hampshire. This week's challenge, week number 36, is all about picking up the reins. So the goal is, can you smoothly pick up the reins and your horse positively meets your hand? The benefits? Picking up the reins is an art form. It requires feel, smoothness, and understanding. To be able to pick up the reins without negatively influencing your horse, mentally or physically, and instead create harmony and connection. This is what this challenge is about. All right, so we're going to go over picking up the reins. The common mistakes are picking up your reins too fast or too slow, and looking down at your horse or hands and not where you're going. All right, so the helpful hint is you can simulate with a friend, and they show you in the book how to do that. So let's set the book down, and then we'll go over a couple ways of picking up the reins. All right. So if you were a part of the original Pirelli program, they had what was called the 9-step backup. And it was 9 steps, and then steps 1 through 7 was picking up the reins, and then step 8 and 9 was the actual backup. So this is what that looked like. It was step 1, you lifted your reins. 2, you put your hands around both reins. 3, to the base of the neck, and then split them with your fingers open. And then 4, 5, 6, 7. So at this point, your horse should have a vertical feel. Then the 8 and the 9 was the actual backup. Okay? Oh, adrenaline. We'll just let her do her thing here. I might interrupt it. Sometimes she gets in this yawning pattern. Okay. All right, so that would be how, in the very beginning of Pirelli, they taught you to pick up your reins. Now, I want you to kind of smooth it out a bit. And this time, when you pick up the rein, you're going to bring the rein back to your hip. So you're going to have this hand. I'll turn sideways. So this hand comes back. This hand, I'm going to grab the rein. And I'm going to slide it through back to my hip, and your horse should get vertical in the head. Then you can split your reins, and now you're ready to go. So if you're in the show ring and in competition, see what she does here. Okay. If you're in a competition, you can't go like this to gather up your reins. So you want to be able, I'm going to start to interrupt that pattern. So this is the difference. We'll just pause on this little topic for a minute. So we talked about a horse is yawning and releasing adrenaline. And what she'll do is she'll keep yawning, and it almost turns into a self-sedation. And 1 or 2 yawns, that's fine. We can move on. But if you allow it to happen, she'll just keep yawning and yawning and yawning and yawning and yawning, and then she gets really kind of dopey. It's like a sedation. It's kind of similar to horses that windsuck on the walls and crib. It releases endorphins. All right, so getting back to the challenge. In competition, you want to be smooth, so you're going to grab your rein, keep your reins even, bring it back to your hip. Your horse should follow that feel and gather up your reins. Okay, that's the challenge. So you want to be able to do it at the standstill, and then we'll do it at the walk. So I'm going to walk across the arena and then show you what that might look like. And experiment with that. If I put my hands here, I'm going to sit up tall, grow in my seat. See your ear changed? I need to follow that feel. Very good. Another thing you can think about is, and even when you're doing this as like a one rein stop or bending their head around, instead of pulling, I want you to think about you're going to hold and they give, and then you take what they gave you. So, for example, if I go two hands, I'm going to offer her a feel. I'm going to sit up tall. She came in, and then I took what she gave. And sit up tall. So I'm not pulling her head in. Whenever she's giving it to me, that's when I take the slack. You give the slack, I take the slack. There. Oh, wait. Just gonna wait here. She's getting wiggly. Very good. Good. Okay, so for this challenge, you're gonna see if you can do it without your horse chomping at the bit. And if they can't get vertical flexion, then that's something you want to keep building towards. But if you don't have it today, that's okay. The goal is that you can pick up your reins nice and smooth and not have your horse get worried. All right, have a great day.